We are here, we are live, and we are talking Battlefield 6. Let's do this, chat. All right.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Brothers coming and eat up scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Fernie's training people where your skin. All recent gaming go, Prince and A top bean. Good morning, Dom and Louie. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. Brand new day, brand new week, guys. I mean, we got things going, we got things crumbling. There was an interview that was a month ago about Sony going multi-platform. We'll talk a little bit about that because I know you guys are probably tired of the whole multi-platform thing. I bet we all are, but hey, it's still fun because at the end of the day, huh? We gotta go out there and troll them, huh? But either way, though, good morning, everybody. Also, afternoon and evening, the crazy one with Shy Beautiful and an awesome Monday. What's up, everyone? How is chat doing? I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. I hope you guys had a chance to play some Battlefield just like I did. I played tons of Battlefield. Thank you, FarQ. FarQ, if you're in the ability, thank you for the code, man. It was fantastic. And also, I got some Sunday in, played some Battlefield, played a couple hours, and got a couple things to say. Big B Money says, chilling like a village. Yeah, you always chilling like a village. Good morning, CC. How are you doing, man? Good morning, good morning. Who else is in here? Chat, come by so I can say good morning to you, brother. Yes, I am here with my cup of coffee. It took me a while because, I had to get things ready. Yeah, have to get things ready, but we're here, we're live, and let's get this show on the road because already there are some leaks going out talking about the next Xbox hardware is going to be more powerful than the PS6 and yada, yada, yada. Here we go again. The leaks are out there. They're talking about the next Xbox, but hey, let's talk about it. Why the heck not? Supposedly it's a leak, but it's a rumor. What's up? Why so serious? Good morning to you, sir. I'm here celebrating how Battlefield was really played this weekend. Pretty amazing stuff on their side. Even though they kicked off like 300,000 cheaters, which was pretty funny. Take that, you cheaters. Stop cheating. I don't understand why y'all have to cheat in this game. Just have fun. My God. Coffee sure is good. But either way, though, chat, let's get this show on the road today. Haha. Oops. Nope. Hold on, chat. I accidentally went the wrong way. Yep. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Let's talk about this because this is something I saw over the weekend. I was like, are we going to start this power struggle thing again about how Xbox is more powerful, how this PlayStation 5 is not as powerful as the Xbox? I mean, we're going to start talking about this, but at the end of the day, though, chat, we have a problem here. And the problem is that it's been 5 years and we have not seen the true power behind these consoles. That is the main problem we see here. And so I don't understand why does this have to come up to subject. What we would like to see is the true power behind the Series X, the true power behind the PS5, the true power of the... No, I'm not even going to say it because hell, it's just, yeah. The PS5 Pro thing. I'm not even going to say it because that's a terrible thing to grab and say, oh, the true power about the PS5 Pro. No, I'm not even going to say that because we all know what the PS5 Pro does. And it's awful. Let me see if I grab the right window. Nope, I did not grab the right window. Hold on, chat. Oh, give me a second. Hey, Talos, the man with the ray. What's up, Talos? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day, sir. But yes, let's talk about this. It's going around. Let me see what's in here. Death Leopard. Good morning to you, sir. How are you? How are you? Big B Monies is the best thing. You can kill ponies in Battlefield 6. Laugh out loud. Bobby! See, yeah, as soon as you mention ponies, Bobby comes by. I think Bobby's a turn out to be a bird pony. Bobby, you a bird pony? Nah, he left. He left again. Man, Bobby always leaves at this moment. So yeah, chat. Let's go start talking about this. Let me get this window in here. Here we go. Got it finally. So, whoops, gotta get the Twitch. I keep forgetting about Twitch. Let me go pick up Twitch, guys. One little second, chat. One little second before I start reading this article because that's how it is. There we go. Yep. All right. Grabbed it. Let me. Oh, let me kill the audio on the Twitch. Okay, here we go. Just in case someone in that chat comes by, I see what they're typing. But okay, let's go. So, chat, we have here. New leaks suggest PS6 may be less powerful than the next gen Xbox. Here we go again, chat. New leak claims that the PS6 will have weaker specs than the next gen Xbox consoles. However, PlayStation and Microsoft both have drastically different strategies going into the future generation of gaming. In August, PS6 specs were reportedly leaked online through AMD documents, although the next gen console isn't set to release until 27 or 28. The rumor parts gave us a pretty good idea of what we expect from Sony. However, we now have the rumor specs of the next generation Xbox, and the comparison between the two devices is interesting to say the least. Enthusiasts over the gaming leaks and rumors subreddit have done a great job breaking down a comparison between PS6 and next gen Xbox. And if true, it appears Microsoft has a slight edge in power. Cool. Although there are also some more similarities between the two devices than not, which is something we saw in current generation of consoles. For your convenience, here's the table compares the leaked specs between the PS6 and next gen Xbox. Info from Moore's Law is dead. Oh, here we go. Moore's Law is dead again with the leaks. So we have PS6, 8 Zen 6 cores. Next gen Xbox, 3 Zen 6 cores plus 8 Zen 6C cores, which is a total of 11 cores total. How the hell is that going to work? GPU compute units, 40 / minus 48 RDNA 5 CUs, 68 RDNA 5 CUs. Damn. Okay. Clock speed, 3 plus gigahertz to be denounced. Okay. Memory tech, GDDR7, SDRAM. Okay, GDDR7 on both. Production process, TSMC, and 2. I don't know what the heck that is, but okay. Thermal design, around 160 watts. Performance target, 3 times faster than the PS5. Let me see. Did it say raster? They said raster instead of faster. They said raster. 10 times PS5 ray tracing performance, native 4K at 120, up to double the performance of the PS5 Pro. Power efficiency, cost constraints, and improved ray tracing, modular designs to a family of devices. Okay. Right, chat. Chat, let me tell you something again. With these rumors and leaks, take this as a grain of salt. Do not take it seriously because we do not know jack shit about this. This is supposed to be a leak. And yeah, all right. So before console war folks gets up in arms about these leak specs, there are a few things to keep in mind. For starters, these are specifications that have reportedly been sourced from older AMD documents sent to Sony and Microsoft. Things can change. And of course, we should already take any leaks with any major grain of salt. Secondly, Microsoft and PlayStation are both reported approaching next gen with completely different strategies. Why do I have to repeat that? They've been different for quite some time, but okay. For the PS6, Sony is placing a heavy emphasis on keeping prices affordable and ensuring the console has a lower power consumption. Mark Cerny is also banking on groundbreaking anti-aliasing technology, such as Bizzer for the PS5 Pro. However, most importantly, Sony is allegedly gearing up to release 2 PS6 devices at launch, a home console and a portable device. Interesting, Microsoft has canceled its handheld device and instead partnered with Asus to create the Asus Xbox ROG Ally. According to reports, Microsoft is reportedly focused more on creating modular next gen Xbox, similarly, like a PC. Aren't these consoles like PCs, chat? I mean, this is what I understand. Why they always say like similarly like a PC when these consoles are basically a damn PC. The console will allow players to swap out parts to upgrade their system easily. Huh? Right. I mean, chat, that would be an interesting thing to see, but I don't know about that though. Essentially, Microsoft is continuing its trend to making the Xbox more like a PC device. Lastly, even the next gen Xbox is technically more powerful. It doesn't mean much. On paper, the Xbox Series X has an edge over PlayStation. Like I said, power is something we talked about at the beginning of the generation, and we have not seen the full power of these consoles. We all know COVID and a whole bunch of stuff that happened, but yeah, the PlayStation 5 ultimately sold more consoles by a good margin. So for most consumers, both specs for the PS6 and next gen will Xbox will be similar enough. The more interesting aspect of these leaks is vastly different strategies both publishers are taking. But again, chat, take this for a grain of salt. I want to talk about it because I saw this rumor running around and everything. So let me talk a little bit about it. And like I said, we have not seen the true power on these Xbox yet, and not only the Xbox, also the PS5 and all this stuff. For them to be talking like, yeah, it's gonna be more powerful. Nowadays, we're like, okay, hey, cool. Let's see what brings up in this year, next year, and 2027. Because at the end of the day, though, what we would like to see is, and I'm gonna have to zoom in on this one because again, I will repeat it and say it again. But what we would like to see is the true power behind these consoles. Yep. And then after that, you can talk to me about all the power in the world, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's go. So, Jacob Nova in the building. What's up, my brother Jacob Nova? Good morning to you, sir. How are you doing? Hi, Louis. I did had I had today a PC paper yes or no sheet due to my ADHD and a very, very terrible thing that happened to me 8 months in a row, 6 years ago. I might have a small depression. What's going on, buddy? Ernie Rodriguez. He says, Crazy Louie, ponta dieta, bro. So wait, you're coming by my show to tell me to get in a diet? Damn. He seems mad today. I mean, he had to come by my show, tell me to go on a diet. Damn. Gotta love my coffee. But yeah, like I was saying though, chat, bro, what are we gonna do? We just gotta wait. But yeah, listen, Jacob. I mean, there's sometimes life gets that hard because trust me, we all go through some little things that happen to us. All we gotta do is first step, breathe. I mean, if you ever watch Karate Kid, you gotta listen to Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi tells you right away, first step is breathe. That's the first thing you gotta do in life. Is just breathe, man. Just breathe. And after you breathe a little bit, relax yourself a little bit, then you start focusing on what the task is in hand. Go out there and defeat that task and keep moving forward, baby. That's what you got to do. All right. NFL Madden 26 is pretty good, I hear, but what Madden hasn't been good. I mean, for years, y'all that love Madden, I've been playing Madden like crazy. Y'all love Madden. Don't y'all love Madden? I mean, hell. I'm not a big Madden fan because I don't even know what the hell is going on. I gotta seriously sit down and watch some football to learn how to play football. So that way, when I learn how to play football, I can understand the damn game. So that way when I play, I can be like, yes, I'm a Madden guy. Madden 2004 was the best. I'll tell you which one's the best. NFL Blitz. Yep, nothing beats NFL Blitz, man. We used to beat up people back in the day, man. Woo-wee. That was so much fun. That Blitz powerbomb, suplex them right in the middle of the field, man. It felt like a whole wrestling thing. Let's see now. GTA 6 coming out after NBA 2K29. Come on, laugh a lot. I just playing, laugh a lot. No. B Money, why are you so desperate for that game? Ooh, look who's in the building. The gorgeous, the beautiful Safo. How you doing, Safo? Good morning to you. Yes, and good morning to my painting. Yes, sir. How you doing, beautiful? I love you. Sometimes I feel like she pulls my legs at night. I seriously do. I don't know why. Sometimes I feel like she comes into the room and she's like, yeah, let me jank her. And I felt blessed and knocked their clothes off. I thought, yeah, there you go. See? Tell you that was a good game. There you go. See, that was a good football game. I don't know what the hell I was doing. All I know is I was beating up people out there. It was like that one. What was that one baseball game that came out that was so much fun back in the day that if you hit the pitcher, he came up. I mean, not the pitcher, the batter. The guy came up to you and had a fight with you. I mean, that guy roared. It's like, oh, and beat you up, man. That was such a good baseball game back in the day. I don't know why they don't do that anymore. Madden Arcade NFL Street. Nice. I did not play that one, though. Not play that one, though. Madden needs ultra realistic graphics. There's no reason they can't. It's in a stadium. The Bigs, MLB Slugfest. There you go, Slugfest. Yeah, that was a good game back in the day. Madden needs ultra realistic graphics. I mean, hell, that game looks so good. I don't know why. An apartment owned by a greedy company didn't care, and we asked the government because I wasn't getting a kidney 6 years ago because the staff there couldn't handle medicine, etc. But the government said I'd take it with them. They knew the apartment didn't care. You're talking about the department. Not an apartment. You're talking about the department owned by a greedy government, not the apartment though, because the apartment is basically where you live at. Don't you live in an apartment though? Or you're talking about the department? Yeah, Jacob, that's the thing though. Sometimes you gotta go out there and fight these systems. It's terrible. I hate when systems put butts in front of you. But look, like I said, breathe. Just take the first step and breathe, brother. Just breathe it in. And trust me, once you breathe in a couple times, you'll probably see the answer right there. Because I know facing like these government things and everything, sometimes there's like a loophole. It happens to me a lot, especially here, you know? Oh, 6 years ago? Okay, okay. But is that fixed though? You're good now. FIFA Streets was also great. Yeah, FIFA Streets was also great. Okay. Whew, thank God. Whew. I thought you were getting sad about that, Jacob. I was like, oh Lord. Oh man. You know? Thought you were looking for something else and I was about to get sad with you there. I was like, oh man, I hate when that happens. Because I go through that a lot too. So, like I was saying, but you might have depression. Nah, get that depression out the way, Jacob. Don't let depression grab you. Shake it off, man. I mean, look, shake it off. Just shake that thing off, you know? Jiggle, 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 you know? Get out there, you know? Start jumping, you know? Flex it. Go. Let's go flex it. Go. Put Macarena in there, man. Macarena, I don't know why Macarena gets people all hyped up, you know? It gets you dancing, it gets you grooving, like, you know, gets you all happy. Yeah. Do some Macarena. If not, if none of that works, then this is what you do. Grab a printer, Jacob. Pin out a big old picture of Dreamcast guy. Grab a pillow and just start punching it. I mean, that sometimes helps. I'm not condoning violence though, but it helps though. All right. Well, the Broke Boy Lewis, good morning to you, sir. How you doing? I've been playing the Mafia all country. Start slow, but getting real good. Great story. Good. Good, 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 good. That's the thing about Mafia, though. Mafia games have got a good story. I mean, from part one, part two, part three. I did like part three, though. Part three was pretty cool. Part one was, wow, freaking amazing. Part two, I have not gone around it because, hell, it's all 360 graphics, you know. But Sappho coming in the building, and now she's touching the subject of, I love the numbers of Battlefield is doing, but seriously, we need to get this idea that only one shooter will survive or only one console can be successful when the industry is big enough. And you are right on the point there, Sappho. You're right on the point with that, Sappho. What we need is competition out there, video game competition. But it does not mean that Battlefield did well, that Call of Duty is going to die. Really? You guys think that because of Battlefield did well and it came back, you guys are using this for your console war purposes? Seriously? Seriously? Instead of y'all cheering that actually, you know, Battlefield is back and it's doing really well, cheer for that. No, you guys got to use this as a console war thing. Are you serious? Like this is a big win when Sony does not even own Battlefield? Golly. Now, I got to say something though. Am I happy that 520,000, you know, people jumped into the game? Yeah. Am I happy that the game out there is doing really well? Yeah, of course I'm happy because I always said video game competition is always good. Video game competition is always nice. Now, I got a couple things to say about Battlefield that you probably say, oh, he's a hater. I'm not a hater. I'll speak out the truth. ah, don't worry, brother, bro, boy. I got you. I got you. I got this. I got this. But look, here's the thing, though, right? The thing is, they purposely using this to console war. But instead of cheering it and saying, man, compared to the last one you guys released, this is actually good numbers for you guys. Congrats. And that's what you got to do is say congrats to them. We got to be happy that a lot of people jumped in to play it compared to the last one because the last one sucked. Seriously, 2042 was a very bad launch, even though it got better down the road. But hey, I've been playing 2042 these past couple of days right before the beta, so I can, do my comparison. And I'll be honest with you, like I said, I got a couple things I got to say about the new Battlefield 6, right? And we're going to sit down and talk about it. But first off, let's read the news on how they broke the record. How they broke the record, they pretty much stumped Call of Duty, which, it's cool. I'm like I said, I'm happy that Battlefield came by and right got 520,000 players. But like Will the Broke Boy Lewis said, hey, this was a free to play thing. But it's nothing bad as a free to play. I'm just happy that all these people tuned in to play this game. But of course, they got to use this as a what's it called? As a console war thing. Yep. They had to do that. Chat, remember one thing. They ain't got nothing. They're mad. They're delirious right out there. I mean, those guys are going nuts. They're looking for something to have a win, which they don't have nothing. But okay. All right. So let's read about this. And this is what media is saying. Oh, Jacob, I saw that. Jacob, no, I saw you out there constantly about this thing. I'm annoyed because in regards with Jim Ryan complaining about COD in court, Battlefield 6 have a PS5 free skin and double XP boost after every match, but I'm glad that the regulators woke up and won Seamer Sony again. Did they really go out there and fight this, Jacob? If you got this, put it in here. If regulators came out and started saying, hey, Sony, this is not good, send it over here. I want to see this. Safos, is Battlefield doing well? Is going to make Call of Duty better. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, I third party on a third party platform that PlayStation gets nothing out of. And these guys wouldn't say nothing if MS didn't own MBK. I know, brother, boy. I know. That's why, I want to talk a little bit about it, right? So let's do this. Battlefield 6 stomps Call of Duty's team record with 520,000 concurrent players, but EA promises it's still working on those long entries times. We're so back? But all right, let's read the article. Let's have some fun because I want to see how are they going to spin this. I want to see how they're going to spin this. Get ready, chat. All right. Remember, Louis, regulators always keep everything set in docs. Yeah, but what if it gets worse? I mean, I agree with you, Jacob. I agree. I mean, here's the thing. They were out there bitching, complaining about Call of Duty, yet they're doing the same practices as they did with Call of Duty. Yeah, you don't see these guys going out there and saying something. But hey, that's how it is, Jacob. That's how it is. That's how it is. But the whole point, remember, Jacob, the whole point about Microsoft getting Call of Duty, right? The whole fight was about is because PlayStation was going to lose their number one joy, their number one thing, because for them, that's what it was making money for them. They were really scared out there because what ABK taught us was that exclusives weren't the thing. But hey, let's keep going. Battlefield 6 isn't just the biggest Battlefield game ever based on concurrent players. It's even stomped its biggest rival and arguably the biggest shooter series on the planet, Call of Duty. Thank goodness for some competition, eh? It's a free-to-play game. But okay. During the Battlefield 6 open beta's peak on Saturday night, the shooter pulled in a whopping 520,000 or so Steam players at the same time. That made it the weekend fourth biggest game on the platform, behind only Counter Strike 2, Dota 2, and PUBG, and the big 22nd biggest game on the storefront of all time based on the concurrent players. What's more notable is that Call of Duty launcher's all-time peak hit of 591,000, record almost 3 years ago. The gulf between COD and Battlefield had widened so much in recent years, these numbers are more than welcome sign that Call of Duty does, in fact, still have some competition in the FPS space. Oh, Lord. As Blizzard former executive predicted it would. But okay. This is the Battlefield biggest open beta ever. EA announced on social media. Nice, but it with droves of players flocking in the beta, the player publisher also warned that time is approaching and queues will be expected. Still is working on entry times to the game, but appreciate your patience as you wait for your time to arrive. We want everyone to experience a smooth and fair open beta, including those concurrent within game 2. Thank you for your continued excitement for Battlefield 6 open beta, it noted. That's it, nothing else. But again, this is an open beta. That's why you probably got all those few thousand players in there. But at the end of the day, am I happy that you got those 520,000 players? Yes, I am. Is it a good number? Yes, of course it is. Compared to, the old Battlefield 2042, which we all saw, it was a messy launch, right? Mm. But here's the thing, though, and this is what I find funny how they sit there, and start saying, okay, let's compare this. Let's have, this battle between Battlefield versus Call of Duty. I mean, bro, look, Battlefield comes out every few years. It's not the same as Call of Duty. Call of Duty pretty much comes every single year. They come up with a new game, they come up with something good, and people jump into it. Compare to Battlefield, all the Battlefield games. The last Battlefield game was released, when was it? 2021, was it, or 2022? And then it took them like a year and a half to patch things up, which pretty much, after a year and a half to patch things up to make the game better, it was basically a year, when was it, 23 release, basically? So a thing that I really loved is about this Battlefield game is that while I was sat there and I played it, I played it a couple hours, had a little bit of fun. I was like, yeah, it sure feels like it's back to Battlefield 3 scenario. I like how the character moves. It moves way more better than Battlefield 2042. I don't know why, but here it feels just better. Let me see. Mark this day in history. First day in a long time. Louis hasn't slandered PlayStation in his title. But in the time, PlayStation is there, though. But okay. But all right. Oh, man. But okay. But thank you for that, Rudix. I mean, I have done this a couple times. I think you haven't been to the show because, I mean, when I got to talk about games, I do talk about games. When I do finish a game, I do put the game on title. But you got to do something for me, Rudix. You got to tell the me to stop slandering PlayStation or to stop slandering Xbox. They got to stop slandering them because as soon as I see the PlayStation thing, and not only that, I did not want to talk about, right? I did not want to talk about the whole, what was it? The whole interview that went on over the weekend. That was like a month ago. I'm like, seriously, we're going to talk about a month ago interview? Nah. I got to talk about the Battlefield today. Yeah, you still slander. I'm gonna slander everyone, Rudix, whether you like it or not. For me, the queues weren't that bad. Yeah, the queues were great. I mean, look, I was in position 16,000. I just left it on, and like in 3 or 4 minutes, I was already in the game. So that actually wasn't that bad. They actually did a pretty good job with that. They actually really worked on it really fast. So they did a pretty good job with that. So let me take a deep dive within the game. Like I was saying, I like the character's movement. More flexible, more nice. It feels good. Now, the corner shots, right? Like, for example, if you're behind a wall, Call of Duty beats them into this. Like, right? When you're like sliding through the wall, I like how in Call of Duty, the character starts to move around behind the wall, right? In order to get that corner, start shooting. But for here's a little bit more complicated. They kind of do get it down. Yeah. It's hard to get in there, It's hard to get those corner shots in, but Battlefield 6 is garbage. They had no anti-cheat for the beta. They kicked out 300,000 players that were cheating, though. Competition of shooters are filled with cheaters, ruins the genre. Rudex, that is something you can never, ever defeat, man. Cheaters are always going to be out there, bro. Something you can never defeat. But I want to tell you my experience playing the game because I didn't feel like I was being cheated on. Right? I felt like I was just playing a regular Battlefield game, just having fun. I had a lot of fun yesterday playing it, and had a lot of fun on Friday too, playing a little bit about it. Because Battlefield, right? Because here's the thing about Battlefield. I saw the same modes. You saw Conquest, Breakthrough, Close Quarter Conquest. I don't know if Close Quarter Conquest is new. What was the other one? King of the Hill. I did not try King of the Hill. I got to try the rest of the modes later on because I was basically focused on, my Breakthrough and yeah, they did. They kicked out. I think they came out and kicked out like 300 something cheaters, 300,000 something cheaters. They came out and did that. So yeah, like I was saying, I played Breakthrough for a little bit because I like to play Breakthrough mode in Battlefield. It always feels good. I played it in the Star Wars Battlefront. I used to play it a lot, right? Safo, you can never get rid of that. It's everywhere. No matter what game you play, it's everywhere. It's in PUBG, it's in Fortnite, it's everywhere. Cheaters are everywhere, no matter what. You can never change that. You can never change that. It sucks that even though you get better, they still cheat, assholes. Hmm. So let's see, Louis DR inbox unread message 500. Which is the unread message? I don't know about kicking out cheaters. All right, let me see. Jacob Noah says, I really hope Battlefield 6 succeeds, but hey, as report 100 million players for comparison, COD beat Battlefield 6 reached 50 million in total in 10 months. Hmm. That's going to be a tough thing for them to get 100 million players. I hope they do. Seriously, I hope they do. Because look, at the end of the day, right, like I'm saying, like when I sit here and I talk about comparing battlefields, right? Because look, I was playing 2042. And comparing 2042 to this one's way more better. Like I said, the character moves a lot better. You got the destructions in there, which is nice. I really love the destruction. Destruction is always fun when it comes to those games. I always like that, right? So yeah. Um like I was saying though, destruction is always better, right? So having the destruction in there, running around thinking, because you got to think fast in that game. You got to think fast. You got to think quick because it's not like Call of Duty, for example, which you're running around in multiplayer, just a small area on the map and shooting each other up. No, here you got to think strategy. You got to either run from the snipers because that's the most annoying thing that always existed in Battlefield, running away from those snipers. That is the most annoying thing out of there, right? But the thing is, something these players need to change out there, and it's something that I don't know how they're going to fix is that if you play Breakthrough, I don't know why 10 people are behind there sniping. I'm like, bro, have 3 people sniping and the rest start rushing in. We got to get these points. We got to get these points. But they want to go slowly into sniping mode and they'll go little by little just to get headshots, just to get kills. I'm like, bro, this game is not about kills. You got to get the objectives. And it kind of sucks. They should have friendly fire so you can put a grenade on their butts and blow them up and say, hey, this is for you're not moving going forward because you got to go get the objectives. At least 1 or 2 snipers stay behind. But no, you have a full team of snipers standing over there. But yeah, you gotta move fast. You gotta duck. You gotta really think because this is actually war. I mean, it's crazy how this war is in Battlefield, but hey, it's a lot of fun. I mean, seriously, I had a blast playing the open beta. Right, it was good. It was gorgeous. I mean, seriously, things ran smoothly. No screen tears. No invisible jets. No invisible tanks. No Wonder Woman airplanes. No nothing weird like happened in the last Battlefield. I mean, I was really happy with them. But here's my thing about it. When I sit there and I compare, because again, I gotta wait till the campaign comes, I gotta wait till all that stuff comes out because basically, we gotta play this campaign. This campaign could be good. But it's the same damn thing as it was 20 years ago. It's the same damn thing as it was 15 years ago. It's the same damn thing as it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It's the same damn thing. It's the same damn Battlefield game when it comes down to the multiplayer stuff. Like I said, Breakthrough, Conquest, taking the tanks, driving the helicopter, stuff like that. It's always been the same. But sometimes the same formula works. So I'm happy. I'm happy. So let's see what else they bring into the table. I can't wait to play the campaign. The campaign is good because I love the old Battlefield 3 campaign. For me, that was the best campaign I've ever played in a long time, right? Besides the Medal of Honor campaign, landing in the beach in the PS2 era, which was pretty cool. World War II scenario because they basically copied Saving Private Ryan. That was a lot of fun. And but yeah, this one can't wait to see the campaign. But the multiplayer side of things, um, I like the whole idea you can put like for support. I like to use the LMG weapon and use support. That's my favorite thing. Use support, use LMG man, and just shoot, just shoot, shoot, shoot. And man, sometimes these snipers were really far away. I'm like, oh, you're far away, no problem. Just sat there on the floor, just shot them down, man. I shot down a couple snipers, man. They were so furious with me because I always knew where to duck and I always knew where to shoot them. They were pissed off and headshots in there. Yep, yep. How smart is the AI, Louis? Depending. Hey, MJ Dark, good morning to you, sir. How are you, man? What's up, my brother MJ Dark in the building? How are you, man? What's up? What's up, man? I hope everything's good for you. But how smart is the AI? I am not giving it a go with the AI there. I have not seen like bots or anything. It's not like in PUBG when I know when they're bots when they usually throw like a smoke grenade or something like that. You're like, that's a bot or a grenade at you. That usually is a bot. But yeah, it felt good. I played Battlefield 6 beta. Got tired of quick spawn. Move a little sniper. Glint is dead. And here are people that went out to glint out of the game. What do you mean by that? Glint out. Explain that to me a little bit, just for me to understand. People like Battlefield because it's a mil sim. It's not dropping a bomb on a group of people and your team survives it. It's not realistic. Oh, you're saying it's a military sim? Yeah, I mean, look, it's a fun game, right? I like. I'll tell you something though, right? There were some areas where I really, like I said, you got to really use your head. It's not like Call of Duty where you throw a grenade and you're like, yeah, let me see if I get someone, blow them up, like blow up a crew of people like I do in Call of Duty. No, you got to really think of this one, right? Glint gives, oh, the glint. Okay, you're talking about the flashy thing. Okay, yeah. The sniper glint is dead. Got tired of it quick. Well, the bro, boy, man, you need to play it. Man, you need to play it so you can follow Crazy Louie. Because I'm pretty good at running off like a chicken. That's what I do. I run off like a chicken, man. I'm like, running into that field. And then all of a sudden you see me sliding into a rock, man. I run over there like a chicken, man. That's what I do before. So that way those damn snipers don't get me. And then I see, okay, I go to the right. I see if I'm getting shot too much by the snipers. Then I say, okay, let's go to the left. If I see I'm getting shot by the left side, I go in the middle. Because, hey, listen, the advantage about these snipers is that when the snipers shoot, it's when they shoot one shot and then they got to reload, right? Some of them do. Some of them they just shoot and sometimes they can take the time to shoot again. But remember, the recoil doesn't really help. Which platform did you play on, Louis? Someone said you were on P. Really? They said that? Wow. No, I was playing it on Xbox. Why would I go turn on? Oh no! Why would I turn that on? That's how I always play hardcore. Yeah, I like the hardcore mode in COD. It feels awesome. Hardcore mode is so much fun in COD. It racks up kills, especially when it's double XP. I like it. I really like it. I don't like the whole idea of like, just shooting too much. But at least in Battlefield, it's not that many shots to get someone down, unless they're doing something funky with the character, which it happened to me a couple times. I'm like, yo, I got an LMG with these special bullets, and he was standing right in front of me. Like, I shot him first, and all of a sudden he just shoots me once, and I'm dead. I'm like, huh? What the hell's going on here? Richie says, Sapo, I played it on my PS5 because I didn't want to use my Series X storage. Damn. No, but I was playing it on Xbox, man. I was playing on Xbox. I had a blast. It was really good. It was really good. But yeah, I ran in there like I said, like a chicken. I had a couple snipers shooting at me. It's okay. I respawned. Just didn't go that way. Went the other way. And as soon as I got close, is when all hell went loose. And like I said, there was this one part where I saw that 5 or 6 of them were inside a house because when you're playing what's it called breakthrough, right? You have to get this objective. So they were inside a house, and I was like, I see them in there. So man, let me tell you something. I grabbed a bazooka, blew off the damn wall, and then after that, I said, swoop, threw a grenade in there, man, and got all 5 of them with that grenade. I was like, this is pretty cool. I was really happy that I threw that grenade. Also with grenade launchers. Oh my god. There's this. I think it's the not the supporter. The other one, I think, is the engineer. I don't know. Is it engineer support? I don't know which one it is. Huh. The YouTuber saying Xbox is killing Square Enix? No! Why are they saying that? No, no. Now they're saying that. No. Look, Square Enix killed themselves. They need to work on things, right? But like I was saying though, right? I was in there, with the grenade launcher also, which helped out too. When I see those guys inside the window, I say, "Oh, you guys are in that window? Okay, shoot!" Grenade launcher into your face, man, and two or three were killed, man. It was actually good. It was actually good. I really did have a blast. Louis, I want your opinion on the fact that BO7 is this year direct sequel, Black Ops 2, one of the overall COD fan favorites, and how if BO7 is nailed to the BO2 tone 100%, could it beat Battlefield 6? I don't know. We gotta wait till it releases. You gotta wait till it releases to see, and to see if it actually does. But here's the thing, though: why should we be worried who beats the other, right? The thing is, they're trying to use this as a console war factor. Like, look, Battlefield is back. Battlefield's kicking ass. I'll be honest with you, I sat there and I'm like, well, I'm happy they're back. I'm happy they're doing really well with this one because I really enjoyed it. But at the end of the day, it's Battlefield 3 with modern graphics, which is a good thing, right? I'm not saying something negative, but hey. Um, Oh no. Well, the bro boy Lewis with the beautiful and awesome $5 super chat 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 chat. He says, Louis, need prayers out for my COD friend, man. Prayers to him, man. Hope he gets better. You met back when you joined in with us once. He started a chemo for his cancer last week. Messed it up pretty bad. Yeah, chemo sucks, man. Chemo sucks. That really gets you down, man. I mean, it sucks that I had to like read something like that that he's going through a lot of pain. But seriously, yeah, I really do hope he goes well. And I really do hope that chemo works and he gets that shit out of his body. That shit needs to get away. And kind of funny though, I mean, I'm reading a lot of reports lately. I don't know if they're not true or they're actually 100%, but basically I heard that Russia already like created a cure for that. I don't know if it's real. Again, I don't know if it's real. Take that as a grain of salt. But I heard that also Australia came out with a breakthrough with HIV, and I also heard that there's a breakthrough through cancer. They got to dig into that. They got to dig into that. That could probably help them or something. I don't know. I mean, I hope it does, and I really seriously in my heart and my prayers that he gets well from that chemo and that he kicks cancer's ass and gets it out the body. No joke. Kick it out there. Kick its ass. Cancer sucks. Cancer sucks, man. Cancer sucks. Uh. Battlefield 2042 looks a decade behind. Yeah. Battlefield 2042, like I said, I played it comparing to this one. I've been playing for a couple of days before I jumped into Battlefield 6 because I wanted to do the comparison. And the movement on the character is way more better than fucking um, the Battlefield 2042. But yeah, I mean, no, I know we're not taking sides or anything. No, I'm just saying in general they're using you were playing Splatoon. Listen, MJ Dart, let me tell you something, MJ Dart. We cannot sit here and compare Splatoon to Battlefield 6. You can't compare that. You cannot compare. I mean, Splatoon is his own thing that kicks ass. I won't talk bad about Splatoon. Hell no. Now, if I was playing that what's it called? That bubbly, budgy, bubbly thing, that came out on PlayStation, then that would be a different story. But yeah. Man, Dart, I gotta plug in that switch. I gotta see if it charges up that battery because man, I would like to play Splatoon. It's been a while since I played some Splatoon. It's a good game. He's one of those never met in person. Been playing online with him for yeah, damn, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I got a couple friends that I know for a long time, and we haven't met in person. Seriously, we haven't met in person. But yeah, no, I'm not taking sides either. I'm just saying though. I mean, just gotta wait and see. But the thing is, people are using this as a console war thing. But hey, if Battlefield 6 kicks Call of Duty's butt, I'm happy for them. Well deserved, At least damn, at least damn, you guys are out there. You guys, are kicking butt for this year. That's a good thing on them because hell, I wouldn't want EA to fail with this game. I don't want them to fail. So if it kicks Call of Duty's butt, good. Next year, let's see what happens. Let's see Call of Duty comes back and whips their ass back and forth, That's how it is. And that's the type of competition I like, though. But does that mean that Call of Duty's going to die? Nah. Call of Duty's got a lot of fans in there, It's a hard thing to kill. And not only that, the play style is totally different from one another. It's totally different, even though it's all about war, but it's different. It's not the same play style. I mean, you got this thing where you go on an open world, you start dominating these points, you start, grabbing tanks, grabbing helicopters, jets, it's crazy. Louis Battlefield Modern Company 2 was the first BF to release in fall due to EA were not afraid to go toe to toe with COD. Every Battlefield release with COD lost to COD, so to say. Yeah, yeah. But hey, if the numbers goes up and they go out there and compete, man, I'm happy. We need competition. I like to play on the graphics of Battlefield 6. Just got tired of dying. Yeah, you because that's the thing though. With Battlefield 6, right, and all the Battlefield games, the most annoying thing is the damn snipers. They are so annoying. But once you get out of the sniper area and you get in there, man, ooh, it just gets better. Oh, you're in close quarters. I mean, there's some people that are just that like to do close quarters. I'm not the sniper guy. I don't like playing sniper. I like to go in, do what I gotta do, throw grenades, shotgun, blast everyone in there, just have a blast. I'm the type of guy because sniper for me is like, oh, let me hang back here and just chill, get a couple headshots. That's cool, but it gets to a point where you get bored. You want to get into the ejectors. You want to get hit by a tank. Like I get ran over by a tank or whatever. It's so much fun. Just got tired of dying. All I said was, let's see what the numbers are when the game comes out. And the PS guy's talking like it's a win for PlayStation because they're looking for that win. Who you talking about, baby money? Talk about me. Is Battle 42 is bad, Crazy Louie? I mean, Battlefield 2042. Listen, it's not bad. It's not all that bad. It's just it doesn't feel like a Battlefield game like the other ones do. This one does feel like a Battlefield game. Battlefield 6 does feel like a Battlefield game. Like I said, the character movement on this one is way much better. Um, what else? I like the whole idea. If you got to heal someone, you actually pull them in, heal them. That's pretty cool. I love that. Hey, Hannah girl, what's up? Good morning, Hannah girl. How you doing? What's up? What's up? I see you out there on Twitch. What's up? Welcome to the show. Hope you subscribe over there on Twitch to get those numbers up, baby. How you doing? That's good. That's good. The other thing can kill is COD, is GTA 6 and Fortnite. I don't know what can kill it. Yeah, 360 graphic. Kind of, yeah. They're kind of like that. Not only that, you don't got that much destruction out there. It's not really that. Let me see. Louis got killed in Battlefield 6 by my 2-year kid. You were his 100 kill in a row. Man. Where am I from, Hannah Girl? I'm from Dominican Republic, where everything is hot all the time and humid. It sucks, but hey, what can we do? It's always hot. So, yeah. I mean, look, the spawns were never perfect, right? The spawns were never perfect. But the thing is, when you spawn, you got to think fast. It's a tough thing. But like I said, when you see these guys using this for console war, you know they have nothing else to talk about. So what you got to do is you got to sit there and laugh at them because they got nothing. They're acting like EA is Sony's. I laugh my ass off of that stuff. Now, is Sony taking an advantage with this game because it's been a while, right? I mean, since it's been a while, I'm glad they're doing really well with their numbers. At the end of the day, I'm glad. I'm glad it's selling well. I'm glad they're back, doing what they're doing. But again, it's the same Battlefield that I played 20 years ago. Does that mean that it's bad? No, that means I'm enjoying it and having fun. For me, it's back, and it's gonna be one of my most played multiplayer games. I wanted a Battlefield like that. Nice to meet you too, Hannah. Call of Duty got more options too. Yeah, of course it got more options. Listen, the thing is, guys, look, in the 360 days, when Battlefield 3 came out, my God, I played the hell out of that thing. I really loved Battlefield. I mean, Battlefield 3 was for me one of my favorite military shooters out there. I really loved it. That's why I didn't even play Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. I mean, I was so focused on that Battlefield game. It was so nice. I really had fun. Not only that, there was a ton of games for me to play, but Battlefield was the one who literally, um, right, was the one who took over for me. Big respect for keeping chat up with chat multitasking like a pro. Oh man, let me tell you something, Hannah girl. I got YouTube also, so I got YouTube at the same time as Twitch. So yeah, it's pretty hard. I'm watching both conversations, but yeah. But I always said, man, I can't wait for Battlefield 4, and I really did not like it as much as I like Battlefield 3. No, not yet. I'm not affiliated yet on Twitch. Um, but yeah, it felt good. It felt good. It felt good. That Battlefield 3 for me was a special moment for me. Oh, did it freeze on me? Uh oh. Am I frozen, chat? Shit. I froze there for a moment. Yeah, that's something that happened though. I mean, for me, Battlefield 3 campaign was really good, and then the rest, like, Call of Duty took over. The Call of Duty campaigns have been really well. Have been really well after years, because Battlefield kind of like took off and decided to hide and just make multiplayer games. And I was like, why don't you guys put the campaigns where your campaigns are really good? I mean, since you guys don't have Medal of Honor anymore, right? Um, if you guys don't have Medal of Honor anymore, hell, why don't you get this Battlefield with campaigns in it? Especially after the Battlefield campaign, it was really freaking good. For me, it was the best military campaign when you get into that jet, fly around, take down those bad guys and everything in that jet. Man, oh my god! I mean, hell, that's how I do my sound test on my home theater. I install Battlefield 3. I launch the mission on the jet and just blast that thing, see how it sounds. And man, that's how I do my sound testing on my home theaters here at home with that scenario in Battlefield 3. Due to Battlefield and Call of Duty being the same FPS genre, one will be a monopoly should one die. That's the thing, though. I don't want none of them to die. Don't let them die. I think they shut down Medal of Honor, not doing one ever again. I hope they do come back and make one, because Medal of Honor really did have good campaigns. Except for the last one was kind of like odd, but either way, though, it was good. But the thing is, right? Since they decided just to work with Battlefield, why don't they add those Medal of Honor campaigns in Battlefield? They could have made some great campaigns in there. And what was it? 2042 did not have a campaign. I don't remember if Battlefield 1 did kind of sort of had a campaign. But for this one, I know that campaign is coming back, so that's good. I wanted to reach out briefly. I could be valuable. Oh Lord. Mhm. Oh, let's keep on going. But yeah, I mean that's what happens. Yes, gains up, going up. Black Ops 7 been there. Yep, that's true. I can't wait to see what they're cooking with Black Ops 7. Ace is supposed to have a big showing off at Gamescom, showing all kinds of goodies. I mean, look, I'm ready for Gamescom, and Gamescom is chat, and I will be streaming everything that has to do with Gamescom. Let me see when Gamescom gets announced. Hold on, when does it start and everything? I'm gonna be watching out for those showcases so I can go on here and talk about them. So let's see now. Gamescom. Let me go check that out real quick. Gamescom 2025 dates. Gamescom starts at August 20th, so it's going to be next week, guys. Next week, we got Gamescom. We're going to have games. We're going to have stuff to talk about. So, yes, if they do showcases, guys, I will be live and streaming them to see what are they going to show, what are they bringing to the table, because at the end of the day, we got to see what they got to bring. Chicken over with some breaking news. Paramount Plus has acquired the rights to exclusively stream all UFC events in the US. Wow, that's crazy. Yes, I can see your chat, Hannah girl. I can see it. I see everything you're putting on. It's cool. Um, but yeah, let's see now. Right here. So I wish both of them don't die because them going bin in Game Pass 100%. Yeah, that was another one. It's kind of funny how they went out there were making fun like, oh yeah, is Battlefield going to come to Game Pass? I mean, are you serious? Battlefield 2042 came to Game Pass. Why shouldn't it come? I mean, if they have an EA deal, it's going to come. We got to make fun of that. That's what I don't understand. But again, listen, chat. Do not worry about who gets to go out there, and kick some butt, right? Do not worry about that. Do not worry who gets to kick butt. At the end of the day, if Battlefield this year kicks butt, good. Let's see what happens next year. Let's see how Call of Duty reacts to this. I know you never said that, Jacob. I know you never said that. But the thing is, Jacob, here's what's funny though, right? People want this game and they're using this as to console war. I'm just sitting here laughing about how people are trying to grab this whole Battlefield scenario and trying to console war with Call of Duty. And because I got a skin. It's kind of crazy. And they're like, "Oh, people are out there crying about this skin thing." I'm like, "No, the thing that people are complaining about is the whole regulator talk about how Jim Ryan came over there and started to bitch about COD, right? And regulators are doing something about it? No. So Gamescom's on the same date as the Google event, launching at a Pixel 10 phone as well. Nice. EA Games, EA Games comes to Game Pass 12 months after their release. Yeah, that's the thing, though. I don't understand why they grabbed that and did that. All right, Jacob, go for it. Oh Lord, I got you, David. Louis, did you read? Did you see the new trailer of the new SpongeBob game? No, I have not. Which one is that one? Is that the SpongeBob game that is over the top? Looking down. That looked real fun. Looked like a Diablo thing. I saw a SpongeBob game like that. That looked pretty cool. I would like a new battle. I mean, Death Leopard. Who would not want a Battlefront game? We need a Battlefront game. We do. We do. We do. There's so many characters that need to add on, and not only that, they need to get it. They need to get it better. They need to. They need to. Hannah, listen. I'm open to everything. I mean, it's cool. Just if you want to talk on Discord, it's cool. No problem. Uh, Let me see now. Let's see now, 130.87. Let me see what else is cooking out there because now, since we're done talking a little bit about Battlefield, but like I said though, these guys want to use this as a console war thing. Kind of sad they're doing that, but hey, they need to get that win, guys. They need to get that win, baby. Oh Lord, please, no, no, no. Versus Dora versus Barney Royal Rumble. I will get Patrick to whip everyone's butt in there, man. Hell yeah, Patrick kicks ass. I'll do that later. Thank you for that, Hannah. Let's see now. Let's see what's cooking over here. What else is cooking? What else is cooking? I mean, guys, we got look. This is gonna be pretty exciting month. We got Hell Divers by the end of the month, man. I cannot wait for Hell Divers to drop in. That's gonna be a good thing for us to play in a couple weeks. Who's buying Hell Divers 2? Who's buying that game? I'm ready to cook with Helldivers. Yes, sir. I'm ready to cook. Let's see now what else is cooking out here. It's the new SpongeBob game called Tides of Titans. Let me go look for it real quick. Let me see which one it is. If that's the one I'm talking about, then hell yeah, I'm down for that SpongeBob game. SpongeBob. SpongeBob Tides of Titans. Let's see which if that's the one I'm. Let's see. That's like the over the top. Oh, it's a platformer. Ah, hey, it looks fun. It looks fun. You get to use Patrick? Hell yeah. I'm down for that. Hey, it looks fun. Now, there's a guy that looks like Vince McMahon talking. Now, that's a pretty weird thing. Nice, nice, nice. Titans of the Tide. Nice. Nice. It looks good. You're right. It's got to be a good platformer. Let's see if it beats In Sales Astrobot. All right, pulling back in. Enough of making fun of PlayStation. It's never enough. Let's keep making fun of it, of course. So, like I said, though, happy for them. Really? They taking down the trailer because of the negative? Are you kidding me, Safo? They took down the trailer to Yotai because of all the negative comments? Oh, Lord. What were the negative comments, though? Yeah, an RPG. Yeah, there's the RPG one that looks pretty fun too. That one, I'm actually looking forward to that one. I like to see how it's gonna go, see how it runs. Because at the end of the day, those that over the top RPGs like Diablo style, I really love them. They're really fun games to play. So let's see what else is cooking. Yeah, what else is cooking? Mm, 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 mm. Why am I seeing like 100 videos of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Is there something good with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? That's David Hasselhoff? Oh Lord. Why is there no Leprechaun game yet? But wait, which Leprechaun you're talking about? You're talking about the Leprechaun, the horror movie, or another type of Leprechaun? Because how Leprechaun? The question is, why isn't Leprechaun, the horror character? Why isn't it in what's it called? I know what's this game? What's this game called? Dead by Daylight. Oh, they are in Fortnite. I see now. Okay. Jago6, what's up, man? Good morning, Jago6. How are you doing? Yep, they're in Fortnite now. So now we're morphing into Power Rangers. Hell yeah! I should go purchase some Fortnite skins. I got like 30,000 V bucks. You know, how do I have 30,000 V bucks? Don't ask. But I do have a lot of V bucks, guys. I do have a lot of V bucks because I put my credit card in and totally forgot that Fortnite was charging me every month, and then all of a sudden I looked in. I'm like, wow, I got 30,000 V bucks, so I canceled it. Because why am I gonna keep on paying for that sucker? Halo's back in Fortnite. I already have the Halo character. That's cool. Go Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin! Did Dead by Daylight game come out first, or the Final 14 game that got canceled? I think it was Dead by Daylight that came out first, then Friday 13 the game. Let me see. Dead by Daylight's release date. I think that came out first. Dead by Daylight was 2016. Friday 13 the game was released in 2017, a year later. Yep, it was a year later, yeah. Yeah, it was so Dead by Daylight came out first, and then it was Friday 13 the game. But yeah, how come Leprechaun is not in that game though? Kind of weird, huh? Yeah. Now the kids race to sing the '90s kid anthem. Go go Power Rangers! Go go Rangers! Yes, sir. Purple Lamp and THQ Nordic are good at making SpongeBob games. Yep. I believe this it's Sarah Palmer armor we are getting in Fortnite. Who the hell is Sarah Palmer? The new gen kids have no idea of the Power Rangers. I think they do, Jago6. I think they do because Power Rangers is a keep on going series. I mean, this like we started as Tyrannosaurus, right? We as dinosaurs. Then we went back. Then we went all ninja. No, wait. Yeah, it was Tyrannosaurus, dinosaurs. Then we went all ninja with the Falcon sword and all that stuff. Then after that, we went to what was it? Zeo. We went to Zeo. Then after Zeo, we went to Turbo. We went into space. We went into underground. We went into poo poo. We went into dude. Power Rangers got everything. There's all sorts of Rangers. I mean, you got bathroom. Sarah was the woman who said she thought Chief was. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Rachie. Uh, yeah. I mean, we had so many Power Rangers, and then all of a sudden, they went way into the future, and we're back in dinosaurs, and we also had like tigers, cats, ranger dogs. I mean, hell, Power Rangers have all sorts of things. It's like, dude, don't you guys run out of ideas? That thing is a seller. I don't know why. Look at same as Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon keeps on going too. Pokemon's been out there for like the same years as Power Rangers, pretty much. Let me see. Power Rangers is still an ongoing TV series. I mean, I don't know. Let me check it out. No, the main Power Rangers series has it ended in 2023. Oh, oh. Did not know that. Wow. Did not know that. Yeah, not only that, remember they got sued. Jason went in there, Friday the 13 guys sued the guys from Friday the 13 the game, and they had to cancel the whole game. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be in Dead by Daylight for a while. The OG Power Rangers were the best. Yeah, I mean, bro, I don't know who's the best one. All I know is we all had a crush on Kimberly. Kimberly was, yeah, Kimberly. You're like, yeah, look at Kimberly, that beautiful pink ranger. All of us had a crush on Kimberly. Like we all did have a crush on Kelly Kapowski back in the days with Saved by the Bell. That's how it was back in the day. Yeah, Kelly Kapowski. Yeah. Hmm. Power Rangers have been good since Dino Tide Force was the best. See, I don't know about that because seriously, I quit watching Power Rangers when after the movie. With Ivan the Ooze. That's it. After that, I never followed up on Power Rangers. All I know is that Tommy was there, and RP to Tommy, one of the best Rangers out there. Oh Lord, another SpongeBob movie? Oh no, no. OG Power Rangers is so funny. The Rangers are seen Japanese, but the teenagers scenes. You look like oh Lord! And that on that thumbnail, no way. Fun fact: Power Rangers is made up for Japanese series. Power Rangers copied the suits that showed is called Super Sentai. How did that song go? I know. Jew Ranger, Jew Ranger. Jew, is it Jew? Is it Jew? I think it was. It wasn't like that. Like why you Ranger? Why they said Jew? Is it like that? I don't know. It had a weird song. Jago6, the funny thing is, not a lot of people realize that. And I learned that when did I learn about this? Like 2 or 3 years ago, that they copied it from that. I learned it like 3 years ago. I did not know that. And same goes with VR Troopers. I don't know if you guys remember 4, 3, 2, 1. We are VR. I don't know if you guys remember VR Troopers, but they did the same thing with VR Troopers. That's why that thing was like all weird. And the guy was like, I'm looking for my father. I can never find him. I'm like, bro, just you got the technology to find your father. Find your damn father. I got 4 to 5 conventions Kimberly was supposed to go to. She canceled all. No, why, Kimberly, did you cancel that? Man, I can't imagine people going up to Kimberly like, Kimberly, you're my biggest crush. And she's like, oh, thank you. Oh, Lord. Nah, they literally took the Japanese Super Sentai. Yeah, I know. And the Yellow Ranger was a guy, and they switched it to Trinity in America. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I did not know about this like 3 or 4 years ago. I'm like, huh? It's like, how the hell did they do this? This is a weird thing, huh? But look, at the end of the day, it was pretty cool ideas, a pretty cool concept. I mean, as kids, we were so happy, want to be like the Power Rangers, want to kick Putty's butt, and we have fun. Beetleborg, oh, Beetleborg was good too. But I don't know why those. Because here's the thing, though, there was a time and an era where they did all that stuff, and the one that really picked up was Power Rangers. Insane, huh? Voltron is better than Power Rangers. Oh wow. Hmm. But the funny thing is that even though Voltron is better, but Voltron never picked up like Power Rangers did. Power Rangers was a massive success. Yes, I got an OnlyFans. No. Tommy returns in Dino Thunder. Yeah, they needed Tommy back. I mean, when this is the funny thing, when you ask like one of the Rangers to come back, like one of the originals, you know that they need to get the show up, right? Because people were such a big fan of Tommy. Because I remember Tommy coming back for several episodes. I'm like, what is Tommy doing here? I mean, Tommy, didn't you retire? Then he's back. And I remember in Dino Thunder, he turned into the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, like in a fight sequence. That was pretty cool, but. Voltron was big. You just don't remember left. No, I do remember Voltron, man. Voltron was huge. I mean, you have Voltron with the lions and you have Voltron with the cars. You have two types of Voltrons going out there. So let me go check though. How long did Voltron last? So Voltron only had 2 seasons. That's why I said it never picked up. And in 2016, there was another one that came out in 2018, spanned 8 seasons, according to Wikipedia. 8 seasons, but it was only 2 years. Only 8 seasons. That's crazy. But yeah, Voltron did not pick up as well as Power Rangers. The Power Rangers became just famously crazy. Because that's the thing, though, right? I mean, Power Rangers, what was interesting was always the sword fights. And you saw those guys in costume having those sword fights. It was basically, I mean, and if you saw Godzilla back in the day, you're like, man, hey, this is pretty cool. Because it's amazing, just watching them breaking those cardboard buildings. That was pretty fun. I don't know how many, all I know is one thing. Angel Grove is a rich ass city. Because, man, they sure as hell destroyed Angel Grove like 1,000 times and it still is alive. Yeah, the 80 Transformer was also great. But if you watch you gotta watch the Japanese version with Gajin Rai. It was so good. Sin, what's up, Sin? Good morning, fellow graybeards and sneaky lurkers. Between I saw movie Weapons over the weekend and it was crazy. I can't wait to watch Weapons, man. That's a good movie to go out there and talk about. Transformer, Voltron, Zoids, Power Rangers. What a time! Yep, what a time. Nowadays, I don't know what the hell is going up with cartoons. You also had He-Man, Thundercats, which I did not know. Thundercats had a ton, and I do mean a ton of episodes. Thundercats was amazing. You also have Silverhawks. Oh man, Silverhawks was great. Louis Gunnery Rangers will premiere in cinemas 2028. Man, that would be a messed up Power Ranger. I mean, I'd be fat, chubby, wouldn't fit in the suit. I can imagine my belly sticking out of the Power Ranger suit. I can't even do a flip. How the hell is that going to work? I mean, that would literally be like a comedy thing. Thundercats, Thunder the Barbarian, man. Woo! Crazy Louie, have you heard the Zoids Spanish? No, I have not heard. I got to go check it out. Because usually, sometimes they change the lyrics. Oh man, I gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. Thundar the Barbarian. Yes, that was Thundar. Thundercats. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff, man. Like I said, there was so many cool stuff back in the day, man. Even Jen was pretty cool. Jen. I don't know if you guys watch Jen, but don't come at me. But yeah, I used to watch Jen. Jen is good as a day is good. Yeah, I used to watch Jen chat. I'm sorry. The Rio of She-Ra Princess. Yeah. Was it? Is it She-Ra? Yeah. GoBots and Mask. Yeah, Mask was great. Even Captain America was good. Oh Lord. Dinosaurs. Beep, beep, beep. Oh man. Dinosaurs was good. Man, we can sit here and talk cartoons all day. When I was a kid. Even sewer sharks. There were sewer sharks. There was gargoyles, which they even made a game about it. G.I. Joe was good too. Hmm. They even made a G.I. Joe side beat 'em up. Where is that on console? I need to get that G.I. Joe game. I totally forgot about. That side beat 'em up G.I. Joe. Wow. Thank you for reminding me of that. Oh Lord. Don't get me started with Saint Seiya. Saint Seiya had two openings. They had like a one from Spain that was terrible. But people liked it. Like the song was pretty cool. But I like the dub from Japanese to Spanish. They did a really good job. Defenders of the Earth. Yeah, that was another one. Yeah. Incredible. We derailed the show today. Didn't they make a Jen movie? Yes, they did, and it was awful. It was god awful. Golly. I sat there and tortured myself watching that damn movie. It was I don't know what the hell was going on. It's one of those movies where you sit there and you watch it like, what the hell is going on? You know? Like what's happening? Even Ultraman was good back in the day. Yep. Oh, Bromane. Wow. Bromane Fifth Floor, you brought in a classic. Wow. Wow, man. Wow. That's a classic. Pirates of the Dark Water. They even made a video game on that one too. Wow, that was a good one. Damn, Bromane Fifth. I totally forgot about that. Damn. Battle. G.I. G.I. Again, what's happening out here? I don't know why, but why am I keep on freezing on the screen? Okay, are we back? I froze. Can you guys hear me? Hello? 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 Okay, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Well, my internet's acting funky, guys. It's acting funky. Oh, my internet's acting funky today. All right, we're going to see something for GTA 6 February next year. La la, not too long now. Oh Lord, baby money. I mean, I gotta say something about GTA 6. Don't show me any more shit. Just launch the damn game. That's what we want. We're tired of seeing stuff. And to think they can make video games based on all these OG series, what the video game industry is doing exactly. My favorite show is Robot Chicken. Sapo, that is one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. Oh Lord, that is actually a good show. Robot Chicken, yes sir. Who does not love Robot Chicken? It's so funny. So let's see what else is cooking today out here, chat, because news is kind of slow. We got some slow news coming around. Yes, sir. News has been kind of slow. All there is Battlefield 6 talks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh Lord, IGM with the slander, but we're gonna leave that for tomorrow morning. Now look, it's what I say, chat. When you got nothing to write about, let's go negative. Check this out. You want to hear something negative from IGN? Look what they're talking about. You guys ready for this? Remember, Starfield launched to huge fanfare in 2023, but this is big sci-fi hope landed to a mixed reception of players who have since gone to complain that the game's disappointing first expansion and lack of substantial ongoing support. Ah, now we're complaining about Starfield. That's the news of the week, chat. Complain about Starfield. Yep. Let's go out there and complain. This will be I should wear my PlayStation shirt tomorrow and complain about Starfield. Hmm. That gives me an idea. Chat, do I have permission to wear my PlayStation shirt and complain about Starfield? Just make it a funny thing. Seriously. Hmm. Yeah, they are trash. I mean, I can't believe they sat there and wrote an article about Starfield not having been updated. What? Jago 6 says, Louis, don't waste your time on anything PlayStation at this moment. Kind of funny though. Chat told me to go PlayStation 4 on what was it on Friday or these days, and I did a whole show being acting like a PlayStation fan. I'll tell you something, Jago 6. It felt kind of good, like, yeah, we're PlayStation fans, yeah. And it felt kind of good, throwing them into shambles. Sub Zero below zero. What's up, Sub Zero? How you doing? Good morning to you, sir. What's up? What's cooking? Oh, we got some Ninja Gaiden talks. We should talk about Ninja Gaiden tomorrow. Ninja Gaiden. That is why we don't give IGN any traffic. I don't read their articles. I don't do their websites. Yep. Kind of sad. They go like I said. It's pathetic. They like out of all things. Like, look, we just went through a weekend, right? Went through a solid weekend. We had Battlefield and everything. They're like, okay, let's see what are we gonna talk about. Let's see what am I gonna talk about. I mean, IGN, you can look what I'm doing this morning. I'm talking about, rumors because some rumors are fun to talk about, comparing, the consoles and everything, right? Rumors are sometimes fun to talk about, since it's all next gen stuff like that, even though we don't care for it, but it's fun to talk about. You can also talk about Battlefield and your experience with Battlefield, even though you guys are going to say the game sucks, like you guys say with every movie or TV show that comes out. Because guess what? I watched the first 4 episodes of Wednesday and you guys give it a 6. I give it an 8. I had fun watching Wednesday. It was a pretty good show. Like always, Wednesday kicks butt. But all right. Yeah. Yeah, you always like to talk negative about subjects to get clicks, but it's okay. Oh Lord. But other than that though, like I said, right? Like if I was gonna talk Sony this morning, they already came out and talked about what's it called? Totally forgot now. There was an interview like a month ago. I'm not gonna talk about an interview a month ago. We're all PlayStation fans, and of course, we will buy the game as long as they are not released on Xbox. Yep, that's the best line ever. It's a shame that they try to bash Xbox all the time, but I'm realizing they're giving Microsoft all the free advertising for the ecosystem, 100%. But you know what the sad part is, Jago 6? Some people, like the other day, I had a debate with a PlayStation fan on WhatsApp, and they were talking Starfield. And they're like, "Well, Starfield was dry." I'm like, you're starting to talk. You're starting to talk about like those guys from that do game reviews, right? You're starting to sound like them, which is not true what they said. So basically, you read something, you stuck with it. Because here's the thing, though. Sometimes they get stuck with that idea. And when they play the game, they're seeing it that way, and they're not actually enjoying the way the game it is. That's why I quit reading a lot of reviews and a lot of stuff. I'd rather play the game and give you all my 2 cents about it. It's terrible they do this. It's terrible they do this. But hey, keep falling for those traps and not enjoying the game on how it is, right? At this point, I think I just BB Money got a new. Thank you, BB Money, for getting a new headset. I just hope, man, you play the game instead of running around doing nothing. I mean, why so serious? Even tells us watch out for you. Because if I play Battlefield with you, I bet you're gonna be running me over with a damn tank. Like, Luke, come on over, run me over. But let's see what else is cooking. I guess that's it for news, guys. We have no more news to talk about. Yep. But kind of funny though that IGN wrote that article out of nothing. Just like, okay, let's talk about this. Yeah, let's bring this up. Yep. Yeah, let's bring this up. And shout out to the 26 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And also hit that bell. Yes, sir. Hit that bell. Go for it. Hit it. Let me see now. No, they don't. I just like I said, I'm going down I'm going down the list, right? So I'm going down the list of stuff we can talk about real quick, just some quick news, just to keep everyone entertained. But and I ran into that news. Now we're talking Starfield again. Incredible. And kind of funny how these PlayStation fanboys are literally grabbing the whole Battlefield thing to use it as a war thing. Yep. But think about it. But think about if people sat back and enjoyed gaming just for what it offers, IGM wouldn't have a job 100%. 100%. They wouldn't have a job. I believe so. I mean, when IGN was back in the day, IGN, it was really good back in the early 2000s, but I don't know what happened to them. I don't know why people decided to just go back and just change the way they think. I don't know why media is doing this. I don't know why these guys have changed so much just to get clicks and everything. And it's sad because they're doing this just to get clicks from people who wants their egos, to grow. That's all. That's all. I mean, seriously, I don't understand. But hey, it is what it is. Yes, sir. And that's why nowadays we sit there, we look at these reviews. I'm like, oh, it's this guy. Okay, next. Oh, it's that guy. Oh, okay, next. Oh, is this from this site? Okay, next. Kind of sad they had to do this, right? Oh, Lord. When is the next open? Does the Battlefield open beta end today, or is it gonna keep on going for next weekend? Because I really want to go in and play a little bit more. I want to play a couple things in there. What's up, Diego? How you doing, Diego? My brother Diego. How you doing, Diego? What's new, man? I'm just here chilling. I gave my Battlefield thoughts, just having a fun conversation here, just chilling. Just talking things, just talking about 1980 cartoons, 1990 cartoons. Back in the day, how good they were. We're talking about Power Rangers and how they are in Fortnite. Yep, got a couple Power Ranger fans in here. Yes, sir. Good stuff. But yeah, we just had a good conversation today. I can. You know what, chat? Something that scares about Big Money, Big B Money being on a headset. He's gonna be like this every time. We're shooting someone in Battlefield. He's going to be like, GTA 6, the best game ever. Game Pass is the best. He's going to repeat those things 100 times when you're playing Battlefield, like BB Money. You know, you got to chill out, but he's going to repeat that again and again. Man, can't wait for GTA 6. Going to be game of the year. Man, can't wait for GTA 6. GTA 6 next year. GTA 6 this. Game Pass the best. I can imagine BB Money just repeating all that stuff again and again and again and again and again. Shout out to the 30 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And also hit that bell. Go for it. You. Who? That's who. You. Simple. The Xbox One review is the reason IGN is so they are today. Another one next weekend. Yep. We got another open beta coming around. Yes, sir. And let's see what else comes into table. Because we got some more stuff to talk about, chat. Yes, sir. Tell ever the Bungie purchase hurt them even more. 3.6 billion gone. Nothing to show for it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Not true. They have canceled games to show for it. Man, they cancel. It's kind of funny how they go out there and be like, no, you guys are only getting a live service, but how many live services do you guys have left? You know? The fall of Bungie. Kind of sad, though. I would say, listen, I got to tell you something. I don't think this is Sony's fault for Bungie. I think it's all Bungie's fault. Because literally, in the report that came out, Sony said they got to get their heads out their asses. They do. They do. They got to get their heads out their asses. They said that. You know, start working. They said, get your head out your ass and start working. Because Sony's pissed off. They are furious. I never seen them so mad. But hey, thanks to Bungie, Factions got canceled. Thanks to Bungie, Twisted Metal got canceled. Thanks to Bungie, you know, all this stuff got canceled. Thank you, Bungie. Really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, sir. But you know what? Let's talk a little bit about this just for the hell of it, right? Check this out. This is why you can't let these people fool you when it comes down to their crazy comments out there, right? Oh, we had a problem on this page. Why? Oh, Malwarebytes is not letting me load it up. Okay, cool. Whoops. Okay. No, I can't load it up. It's not letting me from TweetTown. No. It was a good article. Damn you, Malwarebytes. Damn you. Yeah. Do you know the Broke Boy Lewis said you think those cancel games cost more than the Bungie purchase? I don't know about that, bro, but it depends. Because look, right? Let's look into this. Let's have a cool conversation on this. That's a good question. So let's sit here and let's do the math real quick. We all know what a game costs nowadays, right? I mean, games are not cheap, right? So if I sit here and I say, okay, let's do the math, right? No, I'm not using this paper. Let me grab another one. It's got stuff written in there that's important. I need to put these clothes in there. All right, so let's grab a piece of paper. Let's have fun with this one, right, Chan? So let's see now. We have this happening. How many games were canceled, Chat? Help me out on this one, right? We have Spider-Man Multi, right? You wrote this down, right? Cancel. Cancel. Another one. Help me out with chat. God of War Multi, cancel. Factions, cancel. That's 3. Bring it in, chat. What else was out there that they canceled? This is a good. This could be a good conversation though. Concord cancel, cancel. Right. There's no Bungie anymore. The people made it. Bungie have been gone for a while. A show of a company. Yep, that sucks. Which X Men game got canceled, baby money? Which X Men game though? I mean, now you got me confused. There was an X Men game out there. So I already got four, right? We got Spider Man cancel, God of War cancel, Faction. Oh, Twisted Metal. That was a dumb. That was a bad cancel right there. Cancel. That's five. One, two, three, four, five. Keep on going, Chad. We got five. They said they were going to release 12 live service games, right? Spider Man's been canceled. God of War been canceled. Faction has been canceled. Conquer has been canceled. Twisted Metal has been canceled. Which one else, chat? Oh. Hmm. Man, we got the internet. Let's go look for this. Service games, Sony, PlayStation has canceled. Okay, let's go. Let's see if we can find it. Let me see. Let me see now. Don't let me mention those fives though. But I know there was more. Which ones were they? I know Ben Studio canceled one, but I don't know which one was Ben Studio's game. I don't know if it was the God of War one. Let's go back to it. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see now. The famously Naughty Dog's faction. Okay, let's see if we can find the list because these guys, kind of funny though. They don't bring it up though. They hide the cancellations. They try to hide it as much as they can so we can sit there. I mean, we got to really dig in and look for it. It's kind of annoying that they don't talk about it. Sony should have an artist. If Sony does well on Xbox, they might restart some of them. I hope so. Cause damn. Um, but yeah, let's use these five at least. So let's say, right, we all know that Concord costs 450 mil. We know that. No, it actually costs a little bit, but let's sit on 450 mil. That was lost. I don't know how much the factions cost, but let's say between 100 to a 150 mil. Let's use that. God of War, 100 to 150 mil. Spider Man, that's see that no. This one's got to be 200 to 300 mil. Spider Man's expensive. And Twisted Metal, let's just stick with 100 mil because they didn't even show a trailer or nothing. So look, so if we sit here and add them all up, this is theory talk. I'm not saying like it's actually the truth of the numbers out there because we don't know. But if we sit here, we add all these up, we have this number. We probably they spent like 1 billion just these games. They lost 1 billion right there. Plus, Bungie being SM2. Which one's SM2? SM2. Oh, Spider-Man 2 was 300 mil. I know, but we're talking about the Spider-Man multiplayer game. Spider-Man multiplayer game. But I'm just saying though, if we got all this up, it's like $1 billion they lost in making these games. Pretty much. Like I said, this is theory talk. This is not true confirming numbers. But video games these days cost a lot of money to make. Some games should have had an Should have had an asterisk. If Sony does well on Xbox, they might restart some of them. Yeah, I think they can't. They can't do that. Which game was Ben Studios working on? Let's see now. Hey Reese, good morning to you, brother. How you doing? Let me see. That's They don't talk about it. So yeah, that's 6 games right there. We gotta add the Ben Studios game because we don't know which one it was. Ben Studios canceled. So I guess they're out of service games. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Sony originally planned to release 12 live service games by the end of 2020 fiscal year. However, they have since reduced the number to 6 by date. So basically, yeah, we were right on the list. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that have been canceled. Yep. Now the games we have left of them is this, because hell, we gotta add this, right? And that is, we have GT7, which is a live service game, right? That's out. MLB The Show, which continues. That's 2. Helldivers. That's 3. No, we gotta have Marathon because Destiny's been out for Marathon. That's 4. Fair Games. That's 5. If they release it, there's one more though. There's one more game that Sony's releasing. That's 6 though. Horizon. I know there's a multiplayer Horizon that's still going on. So yeah, that's 6 games they have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. The rest have been canceled. So Jago Sis asks, Louis, to think Microsoft reinvests $1 billion to Game Pass every year, just the fact alone will tell you Sony is in the same league as Microsoft. I know, as in money wise, they're not in the same league, 100%. Yeah, it was a Forbes article breaking Concord down. Spent $200 million prior to PS buying, $410 million, and another $200 million put into it. Damn, that's a lot of money wasted on the damn thing. That was a lot of money put into that thing. I watched season 2, Twisted Metal, made up until recent episode. They are getting ready to start the race. Yep. And that Twisted Metal TV show is pretty good. I don't know why I did not came at least, try to remake an old game or the last game. I don't know which one, but they should have done something like that and bring back a Twisted Metal game. It would have been fun to play nowadays. It would have actually had me turning on my PlayStation 5 and playing some Twisted Metal, but hey, it is what it is, right, chat? It is what it is. Things we got to deal with, chat. Things we got to deal with. Yeah. Yes, sir. Jago 6 funny. PS fanboys love talking Colin Minority as if he's an expert. He's the one that said Conquer was 400 million. Then they kept arguing that he was wrong. Here's the thing. This is the thing though, with boy. The thing is, right? This is what's tough. I gotta tell you something, right? The toughest thing out there to do is to have these fans happy. Like, for example, when I'm critical of the Xbox, when I say that the marketing in Xbox is bad, I don't like it, I hope it's better, a lot of people come towards me and have a fight with me about it. Why is that wrong? They're saying that I'm X-botting or whatever because I don't agree with something that I don't like, that I just want them to do better. That's nothing wrong to that. You just got to get it better. So when Colin went out and talked about it, I know that he had a lot of fans against him because he was speaking out the truth. They're saying, no, you're wrong. Because for them, right, they don't want to hear the truth. They just want them to be lied to. That's all they care about is for them to lie. That's what you see, for example, Dreamcast guy come up with these videos saying, well, the Xbox is dead. That's why you see all these guys making up these videos, trying to point blame on something just to get these guys' egos happy because they cannot take a hit. I mean, bro, we saw them go out there and go nuts. Puerto Rock is out there fighting this guys. He literally did a 10 dog out there, which is pretty funny, but he's actually doing it correctly, right? He went out there, and he's like, bro, you guys stop lying to yourselves. These guys are third party now, right? These guys are third party. These guys are doing this, and stop lying to yourself. Stop saying this stuff because at the end of the day, this is going to happen. I mean, he knows already what's going to happen. We should call out of this corporation when they tried to screw us over. Pause. That's the thing, though. When we don't agree with something, we got to be critical. We can't be that person that's going to be like, well, for example, Perfect Dark got canceled. And we had a layoff of 9,000 employees, right? How come we can't be critical about that? I mean, there was a lot of Perfect Dark fans, but at the end of the day, we got to critique it. Because why work on a game? You showed us trailers, and not only that, you re-showed the trailer back in 2014. I mean, back in 2024, right? It wasn't 2024 that we showed the trailer again. You showed us more about the game, and yet you all canceled it. What the hell happened there? We gotta ask you guys questions, and there's nothing wrong with being critical about it. Now, I think people will be like, oh, this. That was odd. Well, I felt like the place shook. I don't know if we're having a quake though, but nope. I guess we're not having a quake. Okay, so we're good. We're good. I thought we were having a quake because I heard a boom. I was like, oh shoot. But yeah, but the thing is, BB Money, they do that a lot. They tend to go out there just to have like a good defense against the company. But the thing is, you can never like when the company makes crazy decisions, you got to be critical to it. Yeah, I was upset about the Perfect Dark cancellation, but I had to move on. It is what it is. That's life. Yeah, that's true. But when the time comes and we got to be critical about it, we will be critical about it. We can't be that person like, oh, let me grab a paint or a brush and let me paint a beautiful thing about what's it called about Xbox because they canceled this game. Let me paint something beautiful. No, you got to be critical about it. We got to say, man, Xbox, I'm not happy that you guys canceled this game. We wanted a Perfect Dark, wanted this to happen, but it sucks that you guys cancel it. Not only that, also laying off people for AI. We got to be critical about it too. Now, what we can't do is be like, oh yeah, Xbox, you did good that you canceled it because those guys weren't working, those guys weren't doing their job, and bro, all of them were working out. They were doing a messy job. Yeah, they probably did. That's why it got canceled. We know that, but at the end of the day, we get upset about it because you guys showed us a trailer in 2024. Not like Everwild, which we only saw in what was it, 2020, 2021, and we did not get a rinse and repeat trailer about it. We didn't get nothing about Everwild. So yeah, we were like, okay, we saw that. Contraband being canceled. Shit happens. I mean, we have not seen nothing about Contraband. Not even the slightest info about Contraband. Except these days. These days, that account has been talking. I'm like, bro, damn. After all this time you guys are talking now? I mean, come on. It's been years you guys said something about it. The last thing I saw about Contraband was like a sound effect thing. It's like they were forced to come out and talk something about Contraband. Oh yeah, let's talk about the sound of the game. Well, we picked up some sounds outside the world just because it sounded correct. I'm like, that's the only thing you guys have in Contraband? I was like, okay. I mean, I was like, man, at least they're starting to talk about it. Let's see what else they bring to the table. It didn't bring anything else, just that sound. That's it, nothing else. That's about it. Yep. Hmm. What else is out there, chat? But kind of funny though, when you sit down and you listen to the PlayStation interview about how they were talking, it literally sounds just the same way as the Phil, Sarah Bond, Matt Booty interview they had, when was it, last year? It literally sounds the same. And now they're out here trying to say, oh, this is not going to happen. I'm like, okay, y'all keep lying. And then you got these PlayStation channels saying, nah, it's not going to happen. I feel it's this. And after they hear them, they're like, no, but this dude said no, but this guy said no, but this guy, they're trying to look for that goalpost to move. And no matter where you move it, shit. Yeah, that's all we saw. Janu, what's up, Janu? How you doing, man? Good morning to you, sir. I have a concrete argument against people who bash the Series S about low RAM. Janu, I have the best one too. You want to hear my argument? Here, I'm gonna show you my argument. My argument is right, Janu. Let's use this for example. If you have 1,000 games releasing in a year, right? And out of the 1,000 games, you have 990 working fine on the Series S. Then we got to ask the question about the devs. I mean, only 10 devs are having issues, and devs, get to it, because if 990 games are coming on the Series S is fine. Now, if you had out of 1,000 games, 600 having issues with the Series S and 400 working fine, then we got to say, hey, Xbox, check your box. There's a problem here. All right, let's see what the chat has to say right here. The real question, Louis, how many Xbox players are going to buy Black Myth Wukong? Bro, can I tell you something about the Black Myth? And this comes from my heart. Sorry about that, camera zoom in, but this comes from my heart. I have to wait and see how it runs in order for me to say, let me go buy it. Because the first time I saw it running on the PlayStation 5 and PC, we all knew that it was having some running issues, so I'd rather wait to see it. If it's running good, then I can go ahead and purchase it. If it's not running well, then hey, I don't see it selling well. The hype for it is gone. I wouldn't say the hype is gone. The thing is, right, here's something I don't understand why they tend to do this. And people tend to go off because, look, at the end of the day, if there was a deal with Sony, if there was not a deal with this guy or that guy, I mean, bro, how is that going to stop me from buying the game? I mean, there's people who's going to go ahead and buy it. They're going to go ahead and enjoy it. But at the end of the day, though, their main sales were not the console. Their main sales was literally the PC space. But at the end of the day, though, I mean, if you want to buy it, go for it and buy it. I mean, look, it's a game. And if there was a deal, bro, I don't know if we're actually going to have the 100% truth come out, because Sony has not come out and said a statement. These guys did not come out and said a statement. There is something shady going on over there. But at the end of the day, though, if you really like to play those type of games, go ahead and buy. I'm not going to say stop it because these guys, did this, So Janu comes up with, it's quite technical actually. On my 4070 PC, my main RAM that I use is 17 to 19 gigabytes max. What at 4K high RT, but the individual game uses 8 to 11 gigabytes max. That's too because my resolutions and settings. So the Series S has 8 gigabytes of GDDR6 RAM, entirely dedicated to games with a low resolution target and settings, so it should suffice. Game Science didn't know shit about consoles actually. There's a lot of websites that like to talk trash about Xbox. That's their main job. But again, mine is simple. If you got 1,000 games out there, 990 work fine, and there's only 10 devs that are having issues, hey, yo, devs, check, talk to Xbox, get it working. Now, if it was 600 games having issues on the Series S and 400 working well, then we got to say, Xbox, you got to check your box out, That's how simple I say it. And that's why when people come in here and try to debate with me about the Series S, look, I even tell them, look, try to find me proof that out of the games released in a year, how many of them had an issue with the Series S? Tell me how much. One or two? But what happened to the rest of the games? Are they working fine? Yeah, then what are we arguing about? uh Yeah, it wasn't well optimized. So yeah, we got to check that how it works on the console. We got to check it out. We got to check it out how that game is working on the console. We got to see, if it's running well on the Series X. I hope it is, because at the end of the day, we're tired of We're tired of these games being released like that. Seriously, we're tired of it. And shout out to the 28 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And also hit that bell. Go for it. I think people always compare and accept same resolution settings and frame rates as Series X versus I no. I don't know why people compare that. I don't know why people like to sit there and compare that because at the end of the day, look, if the game works on there, it's working. That's it. Now, if it's looking like a Nintendo Switch, I mean, if it's looking like Mortal Kombat, what was it? Which Mortal Kombat was it? Mortal Kombat 1 that came out on Switch, was it? Or Mortal Kombat 11, was it? Man, that shit was ugly as hell, but still was working. It was ugly as hell, but it worked though. If it looked like that, I would have been like, oh crap, but the games look good on it. So yeah, they're always trying to find a way to shamble it. Their main sales were PC in China because China has a big PC thing over there. I mean, China's huge when it comes to PC. I think China itself has like 600 million PC users over there. I'm not kidding you. When I looked up the information back in the day, we're talking about Black Myth Wukong and how the impact it did and everything. I mean, literally, China has like 600 million. And the funny story is that how many copies were sold in 25? That didn't even put a dent into the gaming in general community. I mean, because literally, there's like more than 2 billion. I don't know. Like if I add up the numbers, there's more than 2 billion gamers out there. Like if I add the console gamers versus the PC, add them all together, there's like literally more than 2 billion gamers out there. No joke. My new Mac has only 8 gigabytes of RAM left allowed, and it still plays games too. I think people always compare and expect resolution settings and frame rate. I already read that. Again, those games will be on PC, and with the hybrid Xbox PC console coming in, I think Sony waited too long for the ports onto Xbox. Yeah, I don't know if it came one over the other one. Yeah, I know, Janu, I know. But the thing is, Janu, it's like I said, they like to bring up the hate just to get the clicks. Just to get the clicks. At Mac, hell no, not for gaming. Game PC, laptop runs circles around any Mac. Hey, don't be making fun of my Mac. I got a MacBook, 2015. It runs at least one or two games. My Mac like that, man. Shit. Dang. Broke my heart today. Making me sad today. Making me Saturday, man. Listen, my Mac runs two games, at least two. It runs two games. My Mac can do that. Two games. Man, making fun of that. Damn. I love my Mac. Diego 6 making fun of my Mac like that. Yeah, I know Mac gaming sucks. I know. I'm just messing with you. I know Mac gaming sucks because they got all this storefront crap in there, which they gotta get rid of. Mac, get rid of that shit. So that way, when I buy the next laptop, you guys are working fine. But if not, I'm switching to Windows. Oh, let me scratch my back check. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I feel so good. I love scratching my back check. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, good. But yeah, four teraflops, the Series S GPU is completely different architecture. The 1X 6 teraflop GPU. Some people rented their ring. Yeah, I know. I know, man. I know. Hey, like I said, if 900 games are working, or what is it? 990 games are working, right? 990 games are working. Only 10 are not running. Des, you better check yourself. But if it ain't running, like I said, 600 games are not running well, and 400, then I gotta say, Xbox, you gotta go check up your system. Yep. This is why every time they come in here, I gotta scratch my back again. Oh, it feels so good. This is why every time they come in here and try to talk bad about the Series S and I bring up that argument, they can't win. I don't sit here and talk specs, because if I sit here and talk specs, they might look for that flaw and try to win. But at the end of the day, if you have all these games running well, then it's not the Series S the problem. There's a dev issue that needs to be fixed. And nothing wrong with that. Safo, man. Safo, Safo always out of win, Safo. Damn it, Safo. Safo, you gotta help me fight this, Safo. We're both Mac users. Let's fight this. Even though my Mac can run 2 games, that's it. But yeah. Damn you, Mac Store. Damn you. Damn you. Damn you. Hey, at least you know I can play the X Cloud on it. Ah. Yeah, but at the end of the day, Richie, it don't matter. We gotta be happy. Stop do this is sad. Get a PC, please. Don't punish yourself. Hey, man. Listen, Jago 6. My 2015 MacBook can run 2 games. That's it. So that's good for me. Man. Mac, give me. Come on, Mac. Apple, give me something to argue back against. Come on, Apple, give me something. Damn. Mm. No, but listen, Diego Six, you gotta understand. Like, for example, I have a Mac for work. That's my working station. And it works perfectly fine. I'm not like a big laptop gamer. But yeah, I mean the next laptop I'm getting is gonna be a laptop gaming because since I have everything synced in with Windows and everything. So yeah, I gotta get myself a laptop that has Windows. So at the end of the day, yeah, Safa has a PC. Safa thinks like me. Like if you're gonna use one for work or stuff, get yourself a Mac because Mac is not a tough thing to fill up. PCs like only Windows takes like literally almost half your space. But yeah, Diego 6, my Mac is 2015. If I sell that thing, I ain't getting shit. Probably get like a couple bucks. It's an old Mac and it still runs fine, to be honest. It works fine. I'm happy with it. But yeah, I'm gonna upgrade, after I upgrade my PC, I'm gonna be upgrading my laptop. That's what I'm gonna do. But chat, listen up. The crazy one has got to go. Chat, I gotta head out. I got a couple errands I gotta run to. I gotta go pick up some documents, and yeah, I got a couple things I gotta do. Gotta head to the office, get things ongoing. Yep, sir. That's gonna be the day for me. But chat, like always, before I go, tell me what you've all been playing, chat. What you've all been playing. What you've all been playing, chat. I mean, me, chat, I've been playing Battlefield. That's what I played this weekend. Had a blast playing it. And yeah, I can't wait for next weekend to keep on playing it, chat. Can't wait for next weekend, yep. To go ahead and play it. That's what I've been playing, Battlefield 6. I don't know what you've all been playing, but let's see now. Let me see. The Series S and 1X and Series X. The Series S is the worst of the trio. But at least it does what it does, Rach. Even though it can't be the worst, though, but at least it does what it does. It runs games and plays games. That's what I care for. I mean, the thing is, people focus too much on. Let me say something. Like, for example, I kind of find it funny that people are like, "Well, my console could go up to 120." Okay, and what is the advantage of that? Well, it can get me the advantage, of things running so smoothly. It can go in and get extra kills and everything. I mean, frames are not going to make you a better player. Come on, bro. Seriously, I know people who play at 30 FPS and literally kick 120 FPS's butt in 30 FPS. Come on. It can help you with visuals, but if you're not good, you're not good. Screw that. No. Hell no. Oh, yeah. That's how it is. That's how it is. But yeah, it's a good debate. The Series S is always a good debate, to come in and talk about because people like to slander it. But at the end of the day, no matter how much they slander, it's still a good system. For the price it is, it's a great system. Faster frames doesn't make you world champion. 100%, man. 100%. That's what it doesn't do. It doesn't make you world champion. That's how it is. But chat, thank you all for hanging out with me today, man. Seriously, thank you all for super chats. Thank you all for everything. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys to death. And again, Will the Bro Boy, prayers to your friend. Seriously, I hope your friend gets better from all that cancer stuff. Cancer sucks. Seriously, it does. I really do hope that he gets better. Check this out. This is weird. My M1 only has 20 gigabytes of free storage. My MacBook Air has the same apps with 120 gig free of storage. Like what? Yeah, because the windows of Mac, I say this, like the operating system on Mac is really small compared to the Windows. So yeah, Windows takes a lot of space, but the MacBook just doesn't take anything. It's just a simple thing. But chat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so I can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys, have a beautiful, and awesome Monday. And as always, I will see you guys on the Xbox International Podcast on Wednesday. Let's see if we actually do come back because these guys have been busy at 7 p.m. ET with Sour Blow, the Big Plume, and Silent Cypher at 7 p.m. ET. And on Fridays, they invite me if they don't XPI in Espanol. Yep, XPI in Espanol. 7 p.m. ET with Elvis, Elensita Metal Berserker. And last but not least, good morning with Crazy Lou Gaming. When I send the signal out over there on Twitter X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's why you gotta hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes on to talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. Have a beautiful good day, you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Good Morning with Crazy Lou Gaming. Bye, y'all. Have a great one.